At Healthcare Partners Medical Group, our mission is to provide the highest quality of healthcare to each and every patient. With 5 locations in Pahrump, we are local doctors you know and trust. We want to thank you for choosing us. Quality care starts here.
News 46 is brought to you by Healthcare Partners. News is also brought to you by Comfort Hospice Care, where we give our patients and their loved ones peace of mind, knowing we provide the highest quality of care 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For more information, call 775-751-0349. News is also brought to you by Hope Cancer Care of Nevada, providing quality cancer care in a spa-like setting. We are Pahrump's only chemotherapy center. Call 1-800-881-4226. News is also brought to you by Affiliated Chiropractic and Affiliated Physical Therapy. Come in for your free consultation. Call 775-727-8900. Our goal is to create the individual treatment plan that will restore your health and end pain.
Tonight on News 46, awards are presented during the year's final town board meeting.
In the holiday spirit, the High Desert Corral performance at the Pahrump Nugget.
Detecting, managing, and living with Alzheimer's. Dr. Andrecki speaks out about the disease.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Zach Fuentes and Monique Mitchell. Local coverage from Deanna O'Donnell. News 46. Local coverage you can count on.
And good evening. It's Friday, December 13, 2012. I'm Zach Fuentes.
And I'm Monique Mitchell for News 46.
The Pahrump Town Board presented 2 individuals with Citizen of the Year awards and 2 groups with Organization of the Year awards. Town Board Chairperson Vicki Parker presents the first award to Willie Bear from CASA.
Presented to Willie Bear.
And thank you, everyone. I'm verklempt. I don't know what to say, but I can tell you that CASA is the most wonderful organization that I've ever been involved with. And my board members and CASAs that are here tonight and staff to support me, I love you all. Thank you.
We also have a co-award. We had 2 great people and we couldn't choose between them. So this year we have 2 awards, and the Citizen of the Year award is also for Andre Butch Harper. You're generous and kind.
Well, Samantha. You know, it is a very humbling. When I travel this country to children's hospitals, it's twice as humbling as this. But I can't do what I do without the help of people in this room and many others. They're the ones that deserve something like this. I don't. Thank you.
2012 Organization of the Year is awarded to No to Abuse. Your generous and kind contribution made a Who gets it?
Ron gets it. We all get it. I want to thank you on behalf of No to Abuse. It takes a whole organization to, fulfill what we do, and we've got a great team out there. We've had a great board, and part of the board is here. Bill Koberger is on our board. We're honored to have him, and it took the whole board and the whole organization to win this, so have this honor. So thank you very much.
Thank you on behalf. We also have a co-organization, also awarded Organization of the Year, and this is 9 Communities Coalition.
behalf of Night Communities Coalition, we thank you, and the community thanks you too. So we contribute a lot to the community, we know that, but we also know that it wouldn't be possible without everybody that's involved. So thank you so much.
Congratulations to Willie Bear of CASA, No to Abuse, Night Communities Coalition, and Andre Butch Harper for all his work locally and throughout the United States, helping the children, the needy, and the sick.
Music director of the High Desert Chorale, Andrew Burnham, spoke to News 46 about tonight's concert at the Pahrump Nugget.
It was a lot of work. Yeah. We had some challenging pieces tonight. 2 or 3 of them were quite challenging. I think we did pretty well on them. Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains, unknown potency reply, echoing their joyous strains.
Real challenging, real entertaining. Tell me about how long it took you guys to practice for this.
Well, we started in September.
Some of the pieces that kind of stood out for you.
I think my favorite one was See Amid the Winter Snow. Just a nice piece of music and challenging for the choir too.
What's that like during the audition or during some of the practices when you're actually giving the parts and trying to figure this out?
Well, we just have to hash through a lot of parts, as the saying goes, work sections, and we had at least one sectional where we divided the men and the women and worked just so they could work on their own parts.
Yeah. And at the end, you had a song where you had Marilyn Tenney, but somebody else joined her there on keyboard.
That was Barry Langendorf. There was one time before Marilyn came that 2 or 3 of our members took turns accompanying, and he was one of those.
Yeah. And so we had also another person who joined the Pahrump Arts Council Vice President and the Director of Music and Band at Rosemary Clark Middle School, Bob White.
We were well represented tonight, packed in our group.
The room was packed too.
It was a nice crowd.
It was.
I think we need to get the word out more, though.
Yeah.
We need a little more culture in this town.
There you go. So speaking of that, second week in January on Wednesday, anybody who would like to join the High Desert Chorale can come on down and get ready for the spring concert?
That we will. You don't have to audition. You come in and like what you're doing, like what we're doing, and keep up with us. Come on and do it.
So Wednesday nights at Rosemary Clark Middle School in the music department there, right in Mr. White's room.
Right, back there by the gym at 6:30 to 8:30.
Looks like that was a great performance they did there last night.
Exactly.
Yeah, Andrew Barnum is always putting on a good show with the spring and the Christmas ones.
Yes.
It's good.
Let's view the extended version of the High Desert Chorale's Christmas concert. Go to KPVM's YouTube page.
And now we're going to go to Mr. Movie Foam for our first break.
I'm Mr. Movie Foam. Go on an unexpected journey with me as we travel to Middle-earth in my weekend movie preview next.
Join us at the Pahrump Nugget Hotel and Casino with the #1 gaming experience and entertainment. The Pahrump Nugget has the #1 dining experience at Stockman Steakhouse, Golden Harvest Cafe, and the Gold Miners Buffet. Come get your game on at the Pahrump Nugget Hotel and Casino.
Happy weekend, everybody. I'm Mr. Movie Phone with your weekend movie preview. This week at the movies, theaters are clearing the way for what may be the season's most anticipated movie. Yes, it's Bilbo's Big Adventure in The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey.
So, this is The Hobbit. You asked me to find the 14th member of this company, and I have chosen Mr. Baggins.
Me? No. Lord of the Rings director Peter Jackson returns to tell the beginning of the story. Hobbit Bilbo Baggins joins Gandalf and a gang of dwarves to reclaim the lost dwarf kingdom. It's on this dangerous journey that Bilbo finds the powerful ring that will change his life forever. The real deal? Well, how long does it take a hobbit, a wizard, and a bunch of dwarves to get to the mountain? A long time! And even though it looks amazing at 48 frames per second or twice the speed of regular film, you might get a little seasick. And this 3-hour unexpected journey is for fantasy fans only. I'm out. Watch out! It's a woman on the rebound. And save the date.
Will you marry me?
When Lizzie Kaplan's character breaks it off with her fiancé, she winds up in an intense rebound relationship that forces her to confront all of her commitment issues. The real deal? Look, it's okay, but if you're really burning for another so-so wedding-themed romantic comedy, save the date until it comes out on DVD. I'm out. All right, remember, for your showtimes, your tickets, my 6-second reviews, so much more, go to MoviePhone.com or tweet me right at 6-second reviews. So have a great weekend, everybody, and I'll see you at the movies.
That's a wrap.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Affiliated Chiropractic and Affiliated Physical Therapy. Come in for your free consultation. Call 775-727-8900. Our goal is to create the individual treatment plan that will restore your health and end pain.
Welcome back. The Positive Pahrump Toy Drive will be held this Saturday. Please bring an unwrapped gift to the Firefighters Union off Basin and Emery Street from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. to help the kids in our town have a Merry Christmas. For more information, call 253-0910.
And the Marine Corps League Toy for Tots Christmas party is tonight, beginning at 5 p.m. until 10 p.m. at the Pahrump Nugget. Tickets for the semi-formal event are available at the door.
In continuing our week dedicated to Alzheimer's disease, Deanna O'Donnell caught up with Healthcare Partners physician Dr. Stephen Andrecki.
In continuing with our series on Alzheimer's disease, we're going to speak to Healthcare Partners Dr. Stephen Andrecki.
Alzheimer's is a disease that happens to about 1 out of 8 people.
Is this more common nowadays than it used to be?
Probably not. We don't really know the statistics because it wasn't really given its name till earlier in the last century. So it's been diagnosed for a little over 100 years. So we don't know how it was years ago.
What exactly is the physical diagnosis of Alzheimer's?
Okay, Alzheimer's is a disease of dementia. There's other diseases in dementia. Dementia is the decline of processing, cognition. You might hear me say cognition, and if you want to know what that is, it's the mental processing, learning, speaking, processing, mathematics. So, or taking care of yourself. I mean, preparing food, calendar dates, which is very important in some of us, being on time, finding our way around the streets. Decline of this type of functioning is considered dementia. Alzheimer's is a specific type of dementia, and it's we know what it is. It's the increase of certain type of chemicals, molecules in the brain cells, as well as tangling of the brain cells. And it's we don't know what causes it. We don't know why certain people get it, but it is a big problem for some because of the decrease of mental functioning.
Is there different accelerations of how it affects different people? Some slower, some faster?
There is, but by our analysis, most people have a gradual progressive decline. But usually that only lasts about 10 years because the life expectancy of somebody diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease is limited, maybe 8 or 10 years. But there are some faster paced ones, and those typically occur with people who are younger.
In early onset Alzheimer's, most Alzheimer's patients usually over 65 are diagnosed, but there could be younger.
That's correct, and those are by far the exception. Most people are still over 65 when the diagnosis is made.
It's a devastating disease, especially for the patient and the family members. What's some of the early symptoms that family members should be looking for, and is early diagnosis important?
Well, devastating for the family, I'd say. For the patient typically is not aware of what's happening to them. As a matter of fact, most people don't come in saying that they have Alzheimer's disease. The family notices it way before the patient does. They think that things are generally pretty good. Now, that's not always, but usually it's the family who comes in saying that mom or dad is not doing well, they're forgetting things, they leave the stove on, it gets lost when they're driving, and the family is usually making these observations. And it can start earlier with difficulty with balancing the checkbook or just missing appointments. So we have mild, moderate, and severe Alzheimer's disease, and it's always progressive. It goes from one stage to the other.
This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46.
And we have more news coming up for you after the break. Please keep it here.